Okay, Allie, so I guess we're going to fucking do things like this because you're going to berate everybody because I am not talking to you. So, like, here you go. I will give you all the information that you need to know to have closure about our friendship. And then you really need to leave me and everybody else alone because when I said that I did not...
Like, when I tell you to not get involved with people on the internet, like, comments back and forth, some DMs, whatever, I never used to get that involved with people from the internet until this whole thing happened. Like, don't do it. Seriously, don't do it. And I'm not going to get personal on here. I'm not going to tell you guys a bunch of stuff about Hags, even though I could get very personal. She has decided to do that, but I'm not going to stoop that low. I've actually grown, unlike all of these people. But yeah, this is all happening because of the election and because Hags completely acted inappropriately all summer long. And I finally woke up to the fact that she was the only reason this situation was continuing. And so I tried to stop talking to her. Like, I said how many times? Please stop talking about this. Please stop watching Jubilee. If you want to watch Jubilee, that's fine, but you're not going to be a part of my community. I don't know, Hags just thought that didn't apply to her. Like, she cannot take accountability for anything. We all had a part in this. I cared about you a lot, Hags. I still care about you. Like, the fact that you can't just talk to me personally after we've been friends for 2 years, you have to start telling the internet really personal things about me, and, like, why? We could have handled this completely privately. All you had to do was tell me, hey, I don't agree with you anymore because of politics, and we could have talked about our issues, and we could have moved on with our lives, but...
I wish to speak to you again. Like, what part of that did you not understand? I think I made it pretty clear, like, my stance on everything. Yeah, no, this really isn't just about the election. Despite what you think, I'm not an idiot. Like, you clearly never liked me. In fact, you fucking hate me. You don't like anything about me.
Where do you get that? Because of the person I voted for? Like, that makes no sense. I have no idea what you're saying. I never liked you. We were friends for a very long time. I trusted you with information that you have no problem telling other people now. Like, if you were an adult, you would be, we would be able to handle this privately, and it wouldn't have to get personal at all, and we could just go our separate ways. But no, all of a sudden I never liked you. Why would I spend all day talking to someone I didn't like? Like, you're not gonna gaslight me right now and be like, you never liked me, you never cared about me, because I fucking did. And you cared about me, so let's just stop this immature right here.
Right? Like, so let's get that straight. I'm aware of that. It's really strange how you're gonna sit here and call me ableist, but...
How is it not ableist to talk to people about a very serious autism meltdown that I had, that you were the only person who knew it happened? And why did it happen? Oh, because 2 months earlier, I had almost taken my own life because people had decided they wanted to destroy me. And you and Angela and all those people, Angela was sending me over the edge that day. You guys were all talking about lawsuits and Carrie Ann and da-da-da-da, and like pretending to be my friend. And I had a very serious autism meltdown. I confided in you, Hags. And you said, I've done the same exact thing. You're under so much pressure, da-da-da-da-da. And I trusted you. How is it not ableist to make fun of me for that now? And you said you've literally done the same exact thing. Like, this is so... Yeah, that's ableist. Yeah, it's crazy ableist for me to come to you and try to talk to you about our issues, and you just throw that in my face and then go talk to a bunch of people about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's ableist. I don't know what else it is. And I never thought that you would get, like, this dirty. There was no reason. No reason. Like, do you want me to get super personal about all the stuff you told me about your personal life? No.
Ableist and passive and all this stuff because I didn't confront you. Like, I was too stupid to know that you were quote-unquote respectfully ghosting me. Yeah, no fucking shit, Allie. That's why I didn't message you from July until the end of August when you messaged me. I wasn't sending you shit while you were in the hospital for scratch fever.
Oh, right. So me being in the hospital and going through something intense, again, you just get to make fun of that now that you disagree with me politically. Like, what are you talking about? And you were sending me stuff. What do you mean? The police reports, which I was excited about at first, and then it sent me down such a dark path, and I told you how many times that really messed me up, and you never said a word. You just kept sending me stuff. Who was the person that told me that Jubilee was posting feet pics about me and trying to get men to hurt me? And like, all that stuff. Who was that? Who was the one who came to me and said, oh, Ashley Hetherington and Chris are doing this, and I said, Hags, I cannot hear about this stuff right now. And then I stopped talking to you even more. I shouldn't have had to get angry with you for you to understand that you needed to stop sending me information. Like, you're a grown adult. Okay. You kept this situation going. How many times did I ask you guys to stop going to Jubilee's lives? Why couldn't you respect me as a friend and stop that? Why? Right.
I said, I hope your leg feels better. And then I didn't hear shit from you again until, oh, what was it you needed me to do something? And that was that dumb-ass documentary, which I didn't want to do from the beginning, which you were fully fucking aware of. But, like...
What? Oh, yeah, I got offered a major documentary deal. I haven't talked about this online yet. Got offered a major documentary deal, and I didn't know what to do, Hags. Yeah, so I messaged you about it to see what you guys thought. You were the one who made this awkward, not me. Like, I had to cut you guys off, and then I was scared to actually tell you I was angry because I thought that this was gonna happen. That you were gonna, like, turn on me after all this time. Because clearly you couldn't stop. And I realized how immature, like, what, like, I didn't want to get angry with you, and... Yeah, this is why, wow. Oh yeah, I got offered a major documentary deal, and I turned it down because I didn't want any of this drama to continue. And, yeah, I wasn't using you. I was asking what you thought about it and asking if you wanted to interview with the producers. Like, why are you spinning that background out? And how about you start telling people when you don't want to do stuff? Hags did 18 months of unpaid labor for me. And a lot of stuff I didn't ask her for. Most stuff I didn't fucking ask you for, Hags. And I'm so grateful that you wanted to help me, but it went too far. And you got so addicted and you couldn't see that you were hurting me. Like, you were the first person who brought me back into this whole situation when I left the internet the first time after I almost took my own life. You guys forget that, like, I was just a person on the internet who wasn't talking to people online all day, and then all of you showed up, decided you wanted to hurt me and get me offline. It's all been about me. I'm not arrogant. I'm so sick of people acting obsessed with me. If you guys aren't obsessed with me, why do you come and message me? Why is Zedgenox harassing me on Instagram right now? And then you guys are shocked when I say some mean stuff back. Okay, oh, we're not even partway through the call, but this video is for educational purposes only. My God. What's going on? Oh, it's not.
Let's talk about that. Did you tell me about that? Tell me it was top secret and not to tell anybody, and then I...
Okay, also, she says at the beginning of this voice note, like, you need to stop bothering everyone. Actually, I have blocked all of you. Why are you still here? Like, the other day, I blocked almost everyone. And I haven't talked to you guys in months. And I just posted my political opinions, and then you all show up at my page and start calling me names. So, I would like you to leave me alone. Like, you need to get your little friend Zedgenox in line. I should have called the cops on Zedgenox when she was threatening to Carrie Ann and Jubilee and Carly. You remember that? I should have called the cops on Zedgenox then. Like, this whole... Like, you guys should have had Zedgenox removed from that group so long ago, and I should have put my foot down about Zedgenox so long ago. And now what is Zedgenox doing? Coming and harassing me and stirring a bunch of stuff up, and I don't care if I say some sassy stuff back. If you're gonna come here and call me horrible names and all this stuff, yeah, I'm gonna respond a little bit. Yeah. Oh, you guys get to be nasty to people, but I don't. Why is that? Is that because you hold me to a different standard because I have a bunch of followers, which is the reason that you got obsessed with me in the first place? You guys, none of you would care about me if I didn't have a bunch of followers and this whole thing didn't go so viral. I am just a normal person. You put me up on this pedestal, and then you take me just as low. Like, I go from... But either way, you don't treat me like a human. And that's how it's been this whole time with everybody on the internet. I mean, I've met a lot of really amazing, cool, chill people, too. But so many people idolize me in this weird way that I should not be idolized. And then the second I do something they don't like, then all of a sudden I'm literally the worst person in the world, and everything I've ever... Like, you devalue me just as much as you idolize me. It's creepy. I'm over it. So please don't say, oh, Allie, leave us alone. Leave who alone? You guys have a group that's about me. I have tried to leave you guys alone for so long. I don't want to know any of you. You are all avatars to me. Like, I don't want to know you guys. So please stop bothering me. Stop checking my page. Stop calling me a bigot. Pretty simple. And get Zedgenox in line. Hello? If you're gonna harass people, like, what are you...
Or did you try and get me on board and then berate me to try and get hold of Sleuthy and...
Oh, right. Back to the documentary. I got offered a major documentary deal. I should have taken it, probably, but I'm glad I didn't. I sat with it for a long time, and yeah, Hags and I weren't talking at the time, because I ghosted her, because I was mad at her, because I was so sick of this whole situation, and and she couldn't respect me enough to not send me stuff that was going to trigger me. And you can deny that all day. I don't know why you would, but, like, why would I stop talking to you if I wasn't frustrated? Hags. Like, I have a legitimate reason, but I got offered a major documentary. I met with, like, a real, this huge production team in LA. I have the contracts. Hags, talk to them. It's real. And I sat with it for a long time, and I said no. And it's one of the hardest decisions I've ever made, because I could have exposed literally everyone on such a big scale, and they promised to, like it was going to be a big deal. And it's everything I've ever wanted in terms of, like, you know, actually exposing these women on, like, a huge scale, and somebody else would be putting it together. Like, it was going to be a multi-part documentary series, and I was going to have to sign an 18-month contract. And they said that it could go on for another 2 years after that. Like, 18 months of filming is what I was agreeing to. And my parents and I sat with it for a long time, and they gave me the decision, obviously, but, like, they were going to be deeply involved because they've been deeply involved. And ultimately I said no. For the mental health of everyone involved. So, and I think I made an amazing decision, and that's very hard to turn down. That's very hard to turn down. I could make a ton of money. I could have sold a bunch of books. I could have had Samara's face on everybody's TV, for years and years and years and years and years like, it would be a multi-part documentary series that would come out, and it would just be there for everybody to see. And they really wanted to focus on Samara's attorneys too. They were like, they wanted to focus on, like, the crime aspect of this and how the internet is getting out of control with this and how I almost lost my life. And and I reached out to Hags because I didn't know I wasn't trying to use you at all. That's really weird to say. And then you're like, why don't you stand up for yourself? If you felt used, you should have said something too. Like, we were both trying to be cordial with each other. Like you, and I did voice my concerns to you. I told you 3 or 4 times that those police reports sent me over the edge. And you would just say nothing back. Nothing. Literally nothing. Why doesn't that matter to you? And I was happy that you got them at first. How many times have I said that? But it was the after effects. And then I realized, like, why did Hags go and get police reports without my permission? Like, that is an overstep. You and Sophie overstepped how many times? Good night, that's all I'm saying. But yes, I got offered a major documentary deal. I contacted Hags about it, like, and I'm so proud of myself for turning it down. You guys think I'm, like, yeah. I could have gotten the most vindication in the world and made a ton of money and gotten more exposure than I could even dream. But I said no. I literally fasted for a few days and, like, sat with it and was like, what should I do? Wow.
Talk to a bunch of people and see who would be interested and blah, 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 blah. And then I reluctantly did that because that's how I remember things going. And I remember thinking that if I didn't do that and didn't try to talk to people, that you might possibly give those producers their contact information without talking to them first, because that's just how you like to fucking do things, because you don't care about anybody except Allie Priestley. And, like, yeah, that's what I knew. That's the thing I always knew. Not that you were a Trump supporter, not that you were, like, some secret alt-right fucking Nazi. What are you doing? You're sharing Charlie Kirk, who is a literal Nazi. I have people, like, DMing me horrified, but I'm the bad guy, okay? I'm evil, okay? I'm insane, oh.
Charlie Kirk is not a Nazi. I understand that it's alarming when you first see that side of things, but he's not a Nazi, and I'm sharing him on purpose because it makes sense and because I want people to be open, like, to be exposed to something outside of their echo chamber. And if you think he's a Nazi, like, that's, like, it's brainwashing. It really is. Like, you cannot like Charlie Kirk and not say that he's a Nazi. Like, you know? And I used to do this stuff too. Like, I wouldn't call people Nazis, but I would say very similar things, and it's just immature. Like, it really is. And it takes away from people who are actually white supremacists and people who are actually bigots and people who are actually racist. It takes away from the real problem. What was I saying? Oh, she says that I only care about myself and she knew the whole time. What the fuck does that mean? This video is for educational purposes only.
Tell me about that. Tell me it was top secret and not to tell anybody, and then I went and told whoever. Or did you try and get me on board and then berate me to try and get hold of Sleuthy and talk to a bunch of people and see who would be interested and blah, 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 and then I reluctantly did that? Because that's how I remember things going. And I remember thinking that if I didn't do that and didn't try to talk to people, that you might possibly give those producers their contact information without talking to them first, because that's just how you like to fucking do things, because you don't care about anybody except Allie Priestley. And, like, yeah, that's what I knew. That's the thing I always knew. Not that you were a Trump supporter, not that you were, like, some secret alt-right fucking Nazi. What are you doing? You're sharing Charlie.
Wow. Okay. So, you admit that I told you for the documentary, please don't tell anyone. I asked if you were talking to Sleuthy, you said no. How could I have berated you to go talk to other people if I asked you not to tell anyone? Like, you are actually proving your own lies right now. Like, how could I... If I asked you to not tell anyone, how could I possibly berate you and tell you to go talk to a bunch of people about it? Yeah. I'm done, Hags. Like, this is a joke. Like, I'm not gonna put people through 15 more minutes of this. I can't believe this person was my friend for so long. Like, it's one thing to have a fallout. This is just... But it makes sense because this is what happened on the internet all year last year, where it's this back and forth, childish stuff, and I'm trying to prove things, and these people are just spinning. Like, what are you talking about? And why would I give people's information to producers in LA and then not tell them what it was about? Why would I do that? Like, that makes no sense, Hags. And then you say, but this is what I always knew. Is that you're so selfish and you only care about Allie Priestley. That's so weird because you have been such a fan of mine and have been really close to me in my personal life for 2 years. You, like, that's so weird. Why do you spend 18 hours a day talking to somebody that you know only cares about themselves? Like, why would you do that? You're not gonna, I get that you're just mad at me and you don't know what to say and you don't have, like, very legitimate arguments because we were really good friends for a while and you know that I'm honest. And I think that you're a good person, Hags, but, like, this is ridiculous. And, like, what is so traumatizing about the internet is that, like, you're not gonna gaslight me into telling me that you thought, like, that we weren't actually friends for a while. Like, that's just... And that, like, why would you go to bat for someone so hard that you hate it this much? Just stop. Just stop. You just don't know what else to say, and you're shocked about all the political stuff, and I get it. But, like, what was I trying to say? Sorry. Hold on. And if I were the most selfish person that you've ever met, Like, why would I turn down that documentary? One of the biggest reasons I turned down that documentary is for Samara Granovsky's mental health. Somebody who tried to destroy me, and Jubilee, and everyone. I turned it down because I'm not selfish, and because it felt like spiritually greedy. And I still like regret it sometimes saying no. But I know that I'm gonna be given back, like however the universe works, like I'm gonna be given that back in some way, that opportunity. And yeah. I know what it feels like to be exposed. And I know what it feels like to have people rip you apart. And I know like those women did such crazy things to me that if I exposed them on that level, yeah, I was scared one of them might take their own life. Like, what about Roxy? She's been in hiding for how long? I had an opportunity to like get mine, and I didn't take it. So you can convince yourself that I'm selfish now, but you fucking know I'm not. So, and I'm really, really, really proud of myself. And what actually happened is I messaged you and said, hey, this is super top secret. Please don't tell anyone. And you said you hadn't talked to Sleuthy, and I said, okay, if you do, please, like, let me know. I didn't berate you to go talk to people. I asked you not to tell anyone. And then a little, like, just within no time, Frankie messages me and says, hey, I heard about the documentary. And I was like, holy shit. Like, you guys are constantly talking about me. You can't even keep one thing secret. Like, I'm done. And I didn't want this drama to continue for everyone. And if I had said yes, would you just have gone along with it while hating me? Like, if you hated me this much, why didn't you ever say something? At least I tried to say things to you. I tried to talk to you about it. Even the other day when I came to you after all this craziness started, I tried to talk to you really calm. And you just called me a bigot and blocked me. Okay, sorry. I know you guys don't need to hear this drama. This is like processing out loud for me. You're not gonna gaslight me and tell me that you didn't like me, but you just hung around me for this much for why?
Who is a literal Nazi. I have people like DMing me horrified, but I'm the bad guy. Okay.
Why are people DMing you about me? Because you guys were all too involved with each other. This is why I stopped having this online community, because you guys created this other thing. And it was really upsetting.
Evil. Okay. I'm insane. Okay. I'm dumb. Okay. Loser town. Babe, you're in delusion town. I joined another cult town. Good luck with that. You're on your own.
I don't need you. I don't need you. Like, what did you think that I was texting you because I wanted, like, what are you talking about?
So what else do you need to know, Allie? Yeah, I was your actual friend. I actually gave a shit about you. I did a bunch of...
I was your actual friend. I actually gave a shit about you, but I knew the whole time that you were selfish and only cared about you. Dude, exactly. This is actually really healing, because this is just somebody who's mad and hurt and can't even give me, like, real points that they're frustrated about. So, and I'm not in a cult, and you guys knew, like, when the Israel and Palestine stuff happened, like, or started, I mean, it's been going on forever, but when this recent stuff started, I posted that I was researching both sides, and posted some more conservative viewpoints, and said it's really important to look at both sides of things and don't get stuck in an echo chamber, and a bunch of you unfollowed me. Right, you guys post super intense stuff all the time. You guys were posting stuff, like, you guys get to post your political beliefs, and as mine were changing, I knew I couldn't express mine, or you guys would all cut me off. Like, I have simply been watching both sides of TikTok, and for some reason, YouTube started feeding me Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, like a bunch of people. And you guys can say that they are, like, horrible people, and everybody has their own problems, but a lot of what they talk about is really true and really smart. This video is for educational purposes only.
Okay, Allie, so I guess we're going to fucking do things like this because you're going to berate everybody because I am not talking to you. So, like, here you go. I will give you all the information that you need to know to have closure about our friendship. And then you really need to leave me and everybody else alone, because when I said that I did not wish to speak to you again, like, what part of that did you not understand? I think I made it pretty clear, like, my stance on everything. Yeah, no, this really isn't just about the election. Despite what you think, I'm not an idiot. Like, you clearly never liked me. In fact, you fucking hate me. You don't like anything about me, right?
Like, so let's get that straight. I'm aware of that. It's really strange how you're going to sit here and call me ableist, but like ableist and passive and all this stuff because I didn't confront you. Like, I was too stupid to know that you were quote unquote respectfully ghosting me. Yeah, no fucking shit, Allie. That's why I didn't message you from July until the end of August when you messaged me. I wasn't sending you shit while you were in the hospital for cat scratch fever. I said, I hope your leg feels better. And then I didn't hear shit from you again until, oh, what was it you needed me to do something? And that was that dumb ass documentary, which I didn't want to do from the beginning, which you were fully fucking aware of. But like, so yeah, let's talk about that. Did you tell me about that? Tell me it was top secret and not to tell anybody, and then I went and told whoever. Or did you try and get me on board and then berate me to try and get a hold of Sleuthy and talk to a bunch of people and see who would be interested and blah, 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 blah. And then I reluctantly did that? Because that's how I remember things going. And I remember thinking that if I didn't do that and didn't try to talk to people, that you might possibly give those producers their contact information without talking to them first, because that's just how you like to fucking do things, because you don't care about anybody except Allie Priestley. And like, yeah, that's what I knew. That's the thing I always knew. Not that you were a Trump supporter, not that you were like some secret alt-right fucking Nazi. Like, what are you doing? You're sharing Charlie Kirk, who is a literal Nazi. I have people like DMing me horrified, but I'm the bad guy. Okay. I'm evil. Okay. I'm insane. Okay. I'm dumb. Okay. Loser town. Babe, you're in delusion town. You're in I joined another cult town. Good luck with that. You're on your own. So what else do you need to know, Allie? Yeah, I was your actual friend. I actually gave a shit about you. I did a bunch of things to help you because I thought at the time you appreciated it, because that's what you said constantly. I had no reason to think that you didn't. I didn't like secretly hate you and want to be Samara and take over your shitty, stupid platforms. Like, no, I don't care about that stuff. Like, I'm happy with my quote unquote 12 followers and like the people that are my friends who you think are all losers, and like, I'm good. If you hate me so much, why do we need to talk about it? Like, it's pretty clear. Like, you don't like me. You don't respect me. You don't think that I apparently deserve human rights. Like, you don't think I'm a good person. You think that I've traumatized you. So and you wanted to ghost me. So isn't me like saying, okay, like, we're done here, and then blocking you, is that not what, like, an ideal solution to this problem? Like, we don't want to be friends. Oh, you know why it's not an ideal solution for you, Allie? Because you want me to be around, like, idle, sitting idly by until you get like a bug up your ass and you decide that you want to call the cops on somebody, you want to sue somebody, you want to do a tell-all, you want to do a documentary, and then you want me to send you all these reports and phone calls and all this bullshit that you supposedly didn't ask for, didn't want, and traumatized you. Right. Okay. Well, I'm letting you know that I'm not going to do that. I don't desire to have that type of whatever that is. That's not a friendship. Like, that's not being cool. That's not being civil. If it traumatized you, you didn't want it, blah, 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 I'm going to delete it. Like, be so for real, Allie. Like, no, I'm not doing a documentary. You're not going to come back around and bamboozle me. Because no, I don't want to be associated with what you're doing. I don't want to be associated with forced birth and fucking TERFs and Nazis, literal Nazis. That's all you, Allie. Enjoy. Because I'm not doing it. Like, accept that I'm done. You wanted so badly to be done. Well, we're done. Celebrate. We're good. We're done being friends. We're done with the situation. And I'm done helping you do this stuff and have you turn around, say it wasted your time and you didn't appreciate it because things didn't go the way that you fucking wanted them to go. Yeah, well, maybe if you wanted a successful lawsuit, you should have stopped calling people's husbands at 3 fucking a.m. That never occurred to you. All the times I said, hey, Allie, maybe you should just stop the phone calls. You didn't think, oh, gee, maybe she's right. Maybe she's actually giving me some good advice there. No, you just kept calling Brian Coe and Carrie Ann and everybody else and... Like, yeah, no, maybe the police aren't going to believe you now. Maybe you aren't going to have a lawsuit now because you fucked that up for your damn self. I'm not responsible. I'm not going to apologize for you. And like, oh, I'm so mean for bringing up the smoothie incident. Like, my bad. My bad. You just called me an idiot 27 times and said Carrie Ann was right about me. But let's talk about the smoothie incident, and this is a water, by the way, not a smoothie. Like, yeah, you got yourself into that situation, and you want to call it an autistic meltdown, and maybe it was, and I personally think it was Allie Priestley acting like a spoiled toddler. Oh, didn't you call me that, a spoiled toddler? No, I think that was you acting like a toddler and a Karen. You didn't get what you wanted, so you... And I helped you. Did I laugh at you then? No. Did I think it was a little ridiculous? Yeah, but I didn't make you fucking feel bad about it. But if you're gonna throw all this dumb shit in my face, and you're gonna go super low, and you're gonna do all this, yeah, I said... Sorry, that's the greatest trauma and, like, your worst fear. You know what my worst fear is, Allie? You know what my worst fear is? I don't know. Maybe, like, I sit down in the toilet and a snake pops out and bites me in the crotch. Like, not somebody talking about a fucking embarrassing incident. Like, you get on the internet and talk about, like, literally showing your ass and... taking Adderall and drinking pee and doing all this stuff, but I'm embarrassing for bringing up the fucking smoothie incident. So, yep, sorry, my bad. I guess I'll take that one for the team. But what else? I guess I'm gonna leave you a monologue too. And I'm sure you'll play it, and I'm sure you'll spin it that I am super mean. But actually, I'm just really pissed. I'm pissed about this gross shit that you just said to Zejanox. Why are you always saying weird things about people's children? Not a soul said that to you. Zejanox never said that. That is not what happened. That's disgusting. Why are you thinking things like that about children, Allie? Like, if we're going to talk about how everybody else is gross and disgusting and crazy and delusional and Jubilee is so sick she might murder her child, which I was never on board with that. That was all fucking you. Why are you talking about kids being molested and everyone else's kids and this, that, and the other? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. You've never been pregnant, have you? You're talking about kids and abortions. You don't have kids. You've probably never fucking babysat a kid. You're the last person I would let babysit a kid. Jesus Christ. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to go there, but do not talk about people's kids like that. Do not spread lies about people's kids like that, Allie. You start doing weird stuff with saying weird stuff about kids, don't. Because that's where I won't play. And you want to act like I was so coy. First of all, what a disgusting word to use. This was a friendship. That was it. We're not divorcing, Allison. So, like, ugh, yuck, sick. But yeah, no, it's not that I'm coy. It's that everybody knows that they can't really trust you to be 100% honest with you and open with you about personal things in their lives, in their family, with people that they love, and like things that are deeply personal, because you're a dangerous person and you'll use anything against anybody, and most of the time you get it wrong and you don't care. So, in conclusion, go fuck yourself, suck my dick, never talk to me again. You're a horrible person. Do you need anything else from me? Other than those screenshots, other than that Google Drive? I'm going to delete that. It's gone, girl. It traumatized you. I'm so very sorry for traumatizing you with the things that you asked for. You will be glad to know that they will be deleted and never see the light of day again. Even if you need them. Even if a documentary crew needs them and wants to pay you big bucks. No, I won't traumatize you again, babe. Never again. So those are going. Like, that's the thing when you ask people to do a bunch of hard work for you. That work can so easily be undone. And it's gonna be. So that's all I have to say. Quit fucking yelling at everybody else. You're mad at me. Be mad at me. And I'm not Roxy. So don't do this whole little like if you're gonna do some whole crying my best friend thing after telling me what a loser weirdo I am, save it. Because I don't care. You have no tears for me. You have no sympathy for me. You don't like me. This friendship has concluded. This transaction has ended. That's it.